state level, I've been speaking with different various county commissioner associations, various associations. They're concerned about the local government fund diminishing, not getting the casino dollars, getting the casinos up and running, collecting revenue for those local governments. Do you have any projections on how that's going to play out?
I think local government has got to get into the 21st century. Too many cases, they don't want to make choices. They want to continue to walk through the county administration building and have people slap them on the back. You see, this is what all this is about. You can't do business the way you've been doing it. Ohio has been dying. So when they, what they need to do is, I'll tell you something, let me have their budgets. Okay, let me control their budgets. We got a budget balanced in Washington when I was there. We got a budget balanced in Ohio, and we're being rewarded for it. So, change what you're doing. Think creatively. Share services. Support reform of these benefit packages that they don't want to do in too many cases. So it's not a matter of this or that.
And they did say you have given them the tools to consolidate and share services and that sort of thing. I think what they're concerned about, like I said, is the diminishing local government fund and possible replacement of the casino dollars and when that will actually occur.
Well, I mean, I think they're reliable. Yeah, but again, they're looking for revenue. Manage what you have like a family does. Manage what you have like a business does. Why does government think they're immune to innovation and cost savings? Well, why is that? I can tell you why it is. Because you're too worried about not being popular. That's the problem. Leadership means you get it together. Leadership means you take a look at the situation and you fix it. So I don't know how much shared services they're doing. I mean, look, we have problems even in the state of Ohio getting shared services going. We're having trouble with some of the developmental disabilities. You know why? People don't want to give up turf. They don't want to give up power, and many of them think they got the best solution. I understand that. This is another day. If local governments, schools, cities, counties, if they do not get their act together and think they can do this by raising taxes, it's just going to drive jobs out. And we're going to have a lot more competition among counties and local governments because there's some that are going to get it right. So what people have to stop doing is complaining and start being a leader. And so, that's the way I feel about it. And I think they can do a better job, and they need to examine every nook and cranny. Look, we had an $8 billion shortfall, okay? We don't have it anymore. How did we do that? You didn't think we could do it. Nobody standing here with a camera or a microphone thought we could do it. There's stories written, couldn't happen, you can't look at the budget as a whole. It's done. Not only are we in balance, but we filled the rainy day fund and we're now, have an overage account. Why did we do it? Why is it so hard for them to do it, but we did it? $8 billion. Stop complaining and start doing. And don't do the old rally around the flag theory. Make the cuts as painful as we can. That's another trick that some politicians do. Make it as bad as you can so people scream. Be responsible. I was with some county commissioners with Jim Zeringer. They were complaining. I said, what's the size of your budget? They didn't know. Okay, they didn't know. Well, we know what to operate. So what about the rest of the budget? Well, I really don't know that. They've got to get into the 21st century, and a lot of them are. This is not, painting everybody with a brush. And look, it's different. It's hard. I know it's hard. You see, Harry Truman was right. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. As long as the heat you're taking is based on building a stronger community. And I understand, I listen to them, I hear them, I think the shared services helps. I think, let me tell you, making the savings in the benefit packages. I don't know how many county commissioners have come out and supported Senate Bill 5. Probably a lot of them are running for the hills. So, you got employees that are not paying or paying very little health care. They got a guaranteed pension program that people aren't paying for. They need to look at all that. I mean, that's all dealing with what everybody else in Ohio has to deal with.
Do you know when the casino revenue would start trickling in?
I would guess probably next year, as soon as the casinos are up and going. And you know, thank goodness that we were able to get a fair deal for the state from the casinos. And but the idea that we're going to go and bail you out, that's not an acceptable program.
Governor, the presidential campaign's come to Ohio today, and Chairman Redford of the Ohio Democrats was criticizing Romney, and he also blamed the slight uptick in Ohio unemployment on your budget. Do you think he's...
I think that's all politics. I'm really at the fair today, and I don't respond to that.
Are you going to be spending time with Romney today at all?
Not that, no, I don't think so. I mean, no.
Anything you'd like to say to him, or anything you'd like him to know?
To Romney? Everything I wanted to say to him, I told him on the phone.
Hey, real quick, 3 Republican lawmakers in trouble this month that we heard of. What's your response to that?
Well, I mean, my response is I feel sorry for them and their families. I mean, I don't know all the details of what we're talking about here, but I don't care. I don't care if it's, look, I mean, every human being that I know is flawed, including me, okay? And I don't have any, you know, sort of like look at it in partisan terms or whatever. You know, you got a guy now, a congressman in the state of Washington, who's gotten in trouble, you know. It's not good, but where's the surprise? Is flawed human beings do things that are mistakes, but I don't know what you want for me to say other than that.
No, I mean, is it time for maybe Republicans to have a meeting and say, hey, look,
I think Republicans know what they should do and what they shouldn't
Why
do.
doesn't everybody interconnect with what you did for Ohio, like the other states?
That's my cousin Bob right there. Bob, I don't know what I mean, what's your name?
Buck.
Buck. No, I don't know. I don't know, Buck. I mean, we're trying to be an example.